Hi everyone, Tony from Hack the Movies here, and today we're going to talk about the Scream sequels, but specifically the ones directed by Wes Craven. What is the best Wes Craven Scream sequel today on Hack the Movies? Oh good, you two are back!
It's been years!
I tried my best.
I knew you were going to say something smart.
I tried my best, guys. I want you to know I worked really hard.
All your shit falling over here.
It's a mess.
Okay, I didn't work hard to clean up the set, but I worked it's because I was working so hard to keep these two howling banshees separated. To save your eardrums and your eyes. I'm a hero.
Yeah, sucks for that one dude that was commenting on the Anaconda video saying he doesn't want to hear my voice ever again. Well, guess what, bitch?
You can't prove that that's my alt account, but
True. It's actually every negative comment about
Yeah,
us is just Tony.
him. He has a bunch of accounts.
that's all I do all day. I just make up accounts to yell at you
This
two.
is the only reason why he can get away with Boys Month.
Boys Month.
Can I tell you a secret?
What?
So when you made that poll on the
Is this a
monthly
secret that
wrap-up-
could be in the episode? Or
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were telling me like an off-camera
No.
secret. Okay.
Cut this out. No. So you had that poll saying, am I like Glenn Powell?
Oh yeah.
And it was like 50-50.
Oh, yeah.
I had other accounts that I was flipping through saying
Fuck
no.
you. Oh, so you admit to
That's
rigging
amazing.
that election.
Damn right, because I said
Wow.
stop to count and you didn't.
I did when it was 50-50.
Jesus.
Yes, Scream. Now we're doing this because they're finally getting around to making Scream 7.
Finally.
Yeah.
And look, I haven't been keeping up, but I'm pretty sure we're going to see the end of the Carpenter sisters trilogy there.
Oh, yeah.
Sam, she's going to get a nice ending with her
I
ghost.
still haven't seen 6.
Oh. We saw it together, right?
Yeah.
Still haven't seen
Yeah,
6.
we reviewed it.
Dude, I don't fucking remember anymore.
Yeah, I just can't wait to see the twins are going to be back probably. I hope they can get Sydney back for 7.
Kirby again.
A
I
Kirby would
want
be good, but
Kirby.
like I said, I don't keep up with the news. I just know that it's coming.
Well, they said it's now going to be based. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's true.
no,
Based off of Sydney, the whole thing.
Yeah, no, I'm being an asshole. They fired the main girl, and then Jenna Ortega either left or there was a scheduling thing, and she wouldn't.
They
Yeah.
claim it's scheduling, but
The timing was convenient. So they're bringing the original writer back, and it's going to be Sydney focused. But like,
Why? We already know Sydney a lot.
because they can't do what they wanted to do
They
because
come up
they
with something
fired her.
different. They come up with something different.
that's what I...
Well, they tried to.
I love this series so much. Like I said, I haven't seen Sex. I will. But this is such a great series, I believe, and I feel like this one might just fucking overkill.
That's what I was saying, because I was looking at this one tweet, whatever, I ended up liking it, but it's like Scream 1, Sydney's facing her family trauma. Scream 2, Sydney facing her recent trauma. Scream 3, Sydney overcoming her trauma. Scream 4, Sydney revisiting her trauma to help others. And then Scream 5, Sydney revisiting her trauma to help others. And it's just like, what are you going to do now? What is the story
Yeah.
going to be?
Well, they said it's going to be like her Jamie Lee Curtis Halloween thing. It's like, but you did that twice. So
Yeah.
get ready to see Sydney come back again, I
I
guess.
can't.
Yeah, and they figured out a way to get her out of the series with 6. I thought it worked, where she's like, look, you two girls are nice, but I don't know you that well. I'm about.
We don't need Sydney at this point. Like
we don't. But unfortunately, they fired the star of their franchise.
Get a new
So
star.
I'm
reboot
more worried
it
about
again.
I'm more
Yeah.
worried about Kevin Williamson because he directed or wrote that movie Sick on Peacock. That slasher movie that takes place during the COVID pandemic, and it was terrible. Me and Joey
Really?
C reviewed it. It's awful.
What makes it bad? Like, is it just?
It's just a lame ass slasher. The only good thing it does is show how annoying people were during the beginning of COVID. It captures that really well, but all the horror shit sucks. The main character is lame. It just knowing Kevin Williamson wrote it, it's like, wow, this sucks. I hope you're good at directing Scream 7. But anyway,
Yeah.
let's talk about the Scream, because we've already talked about the original.
Yes.
Me and you did 5, and then we talked about 6 on a live wrap
I
up.
don't remember
But
5 now.
that was the first one with the new girl. The Jenna Ortega's in it, the sisters.
She's like hallucinating Billy.
her
'cause it's
dad is a ghost.
Yes. Thank you.
But
I just like watched 2, 3, 4 in a row, so my brain is like, what the? Which was which?
Well, no, I was asking him earlier. I was like, which is the one with the fuck ass bangs? Which is the
Yes.
one?
I'm upset that
Yes.
neither of you did Courtney Cox's bangs from Scream 3.
No,
How dare you?
I'm not that. No.
Yeah, so I figured it'd be good to go back and watch, do a best episode for the Wes Craven sequels, because we didn't review those, and conveniently he directed all 3 of those.
That's cool.
Yeah, I guess we'll get started. We'll start with Scream 2, which came out really quick. They pumped this out like a year after the
did.
first one.
You can feel it too.
Yeah, I remember being real excited for this when I was a kid. They played like a making of on Fox. I watched the Jerry O'Connell hosted the making of Scream 2 on Fox.
That's
And you know
cool.
what's funny? I think I recently found my VHS tape of me recording the TV broadcast of Scream 2 off the TV, so I might do a TV cut
That's funny.
to see what they cut. But yes, let's see. Scream 2. Delicious, diabolical, and fun.
Delicious?
Someone from the Rolling Stone
Why is it
thought this movie
delicious?
was very tasty. I don't know. Here's the incredible follow-up to the smash hit phenomenon, Scream! Away at college, Skidney. Away at college, Sidney
calm down over
Prescott, Nev Campbell, Scream, and TV's Party of 5. Thought she'd finally put the shocking murders that shattered her life behind her. ... I'm a little scarred seeing the whoopsies. Hopefully that's not a problem by the time this airs. Crazy guy on Twitter. Anyway, until a copycat
He's
killer.
gonna unalive Tony.
Until a copycat killer
my
begins acting out a real life sequel. Now, as history eerily repeats itself, ambitious reporter Gail Weathers, Courtney Cox, TV's friends. They didn't put Masters of the Universe on there. I don't know why they didn't include
That's
that.
fucked up.
Deputy Dewey, David Arquette, Beautiful Girls. I don't think I've ever seen Beautiful Girls. And other Scream survivors. Sorry, Jamie Kennedy. Find themselves.
Brandy's a fan
Yes.
favorite.
Yes.
Find themselves trapped in a terrifyingly clever plotline where no one is safe. Director Wes Craven, Scream, and hit-making writer Kevin Williamson, Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer. Oh, we're getting a legacy sequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Team up once again and delivered the big screen's hippest, coolest, edgiest thrill ride ever. Someone talk so I can rest my voice. What do you think of Scream 2?
I like Scream 2 a lot. That's it.
Great job. Okay, Scream 2. I'm not even going to ask you when the first time you saw it was because you never know. When was the first time you
like
saw
I said,
it?
block out my childhood.
It was definitely on TV.
Yeah.
Same with me.
Yeah.
I think Scream 4 and Scream 6 were the only ones I saw in theaters.
But I don't know. I don't go to movies with you often.
Yes, you do.
I only saw one of them. Yeah, I remember actually a few blocks away at my cousin's house because they had like premium cable before my family did. I remember like just flipping through channels and like Scream 2 was starting. I'm like, oh my God, I watched that making up feature with Jerry O'Connell and now it's on TV. And I had a good time with it. It's good. It's very self-aware as the series is supposed to be. It's obviously parodying things. It's not meant to be taken super seriously, but
Yeah.
it's like, hey, we had this really good slasher film that dissected slashers. Now let's dissect sequels. And they have a bunch. That's the whole thing. It's like
Yeah.
exploring the concept of a sequel, how it's inferior. It could be derivative.
Are you suggesting that someone's trying to make a real-life sequel?
Stab 2? Who'd want to do that? Sequels suck.
I feel like they go more into that than they did in the first one about slashers. Like they had that great scene going over slasher films, like all the rules.
Yeah.
But this is actually, it feels like it's continued throughout the movie.
Yeah.
So it's not just that one scene, but they're like, that was a great gag. We're going to keep it going throughout the entire thing.
Yeah.
Which I liked.
I will say, well, there's one thing like, so again, a commentary on sequels. It starts off where the killer is killing people with names of the victims in the first one.
Yeah.
But then it kind of gets away from that midway through the film. But I like how it's like, oh, sequels tend to just do the same thing again. It's like, oh, someone's doing the same thing again. What did you think of the opening kill? Poor Jada Pinkett and that entanglement that she got into in the beginning of the movie.
I think it was really good. Actually, I really It's probably my favorite. It's hard to say because 4 is such a great opening.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite normal opening. I would say. I really liked it. It was.
Oh
such a
yeah,
good-
that's not like super. Yeah, I get.
Yeah,
what you mean.
that wasn't like corny or something,
Yeah.
or like not.
And I
silly
like.
on purpose.
So it's gotten meta. There's now a film in the universe called Stab, directed by Robert Rodriguez. And I like that she's like bringing up the criticisms people have about slashers. Don't look down. Don't. There's a monster. Sorry, there's a bulldog in the store. I swear to God, no. Hey,
Leave
no.
him alone.
No,
Just sleeping.
his paw's really close to the cord, and I don't want him to unplug
He'll be
everything.
fine. Leave him alone.
Just like kicks him.
Okay, I don't want him to pull the cord
Totally
out.
kicks dogs.
Okay. So I like that they're bringing up criticisms from the first movie, like slashers are stupid and whatnot. And Jada Pinkett is like the pretentious film girl.
They even said like she took like film class or film degree or something.
Yeah. And they make fun of the whole like black people dying first
Yes.
thing. Ironically, they're the ones who die first.
I can't watch this scene now without thinking of
Scary movie.
Yes!
This was back
Oh,
in
this is some scurry shit.
I love scary movies.
she pulls the camera.
They need to do another one and bring back Sydney and Brenda. So like,
I know that
It's
almost
so-
that entire movie by heart.
oh my god,
The
What-
third one?
the fourth one isn't like great, but I think that's the last one with what's her face, the friggin' actress.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Anna
Oh my
Faris.
God. Yeah,
Yes.
I think that's the last
I
one
love
with her,
her.
right?
I think that's the last scary movie.
No, I think they did another one.
You might be confusing it with disaster movie, epic
Ugh, I
movie,
never
and all
watched
those
that. I didn't
other
watch that.
movies. Yeah.
Those I
No, it's a
I
great
don't like
movie.
those.
What?
Not another teen movie.
It's okay, yeah.
What do you mean it's okay? It's amazing.
Okay, it's got a couple jokes that were good.
Did
I
you
haven't-
ever
I haven't seen it in 6 million years.
have you ever reviewed it? That or like American Pie or any of those?
I don't know, girl who's been on the podcast since almost the beginning. Have I reviewed it?
I don't watch the ones that I'm not in.
You just don't even know about them? You don't even know about them?
No, you guys are talking about like how you reviewed Anaconda. I was like, oh, okay, you guys reviewed Anaconda.
I'm so glad the three of us are together. Yeah, so it's a fun opening because like they're making fun of like, you know, this movie's disrespectful. It's making light of a tragedy so soon after it, which I think happens less these days. Like back in the day, they used to pump out movies based off tragedies and stuff.
Those 9/11 movies came out so
They
fast.
came out
Yeah,
pretty
they
quick.
did.
They came out pretty
It was like
quick.
they were waiting for it almost.
I feel like Gus Van Sant pumped out Elephant shortly after the Columbine stuff, which we'll bring up in Scream 3. They do that less these days. But yeah, it's a great opening where like there's so many Ghostface around, so no one knows what's going on. She does that awesome scream and then just dies. And I like that in the film, it's Heather Graham as the Drew Barrymore character. My problem is those guys were peeing at the urinal while wearing their robes. In the men's bathroom, I feel like you're gonna.
Do you just take off your cosplays?
Yeah, no. Why?
It didn't even look like they were lifting it up. Like it just.
Maybe they had a hole.
Why?
Use
Okay.
the access. It's to put in the popcorn.
And here's my other problem with this one
My
opening kill.
God.
So
Just saying.
look. I'll buy that the killer knew that the guy was in the stall, but how did they know exactly where their ear would be and that they would even put their ear up to the stall? I thought that kill was real
I just keep
convenient.
thinking about the penis.
Also, what if there were other people in? I don't know. That kill,
In
you
the
had to get
stall?
the killer in this. The killers in this, they get really lucky.
They get really, really lucky. Somehow they're really, really good at
Yeah.
fighting with the costume on, but as soon as the costume's off, they have no idea how to
Yeah.
fight. Like, it's like a super... I think the costume's a superpower, to be honest.
Yeah, like when they have the costume on, they look like a really seasoned stuntman, and when the costume's off, they look like the ant from Roseanne stumbling around in heels.
I always wonder,
Spoilers.
like, how the fuck aren't they able to take this guy, like, or girl? How? Especially, like, later in 4, where she's, like, 20 pounds. You're like, how?
It gets worse in 5, where the girl's even tinier. And you find out she did most of the killing. I don't know. It's a fun time, and like part of it isn't as good as the first movie,
No.
but it knows that. That's
Yeah.
kind of like the point of it. They're bringing up stuff that was very topical at the time, like do movies cause like violence and stuff?
Yes.
Which the first movie addressed. He's like, no, movies don't make you killers; they just give killers ideas.
Yeah. ...
Ideas. Okay, I'll explain afterwards.
Boom.
What the fuck?
by the time of this recording, I'm either dead or that guy got kicked off Twitter.
Like I said, that's actually my alt account, Tony.
Well, someone's trying to make it true. Yeah, so like that's what this is kind of exploring, because this is the 90s. This is like Mortal Kombat's out. They're trying to censor video games.
Yeah.
Comic books were super violent. It was like a whole thing.
Whole thing with was that around the time with music with Marilyn Manson?
Yeah, Marilyn Manson, which music had been going on for a while, but
Yeah.
it was like getting a little bit more. And they have like characters debating this. Again, these movies are meta. They're commentary. Some people kind of miss that sometimes. By the way,
Yeah.
this is the ultimate it's that person movie.
Yeah.
What you got? The film school discussion scene. It's the guy from Dawson's Creek. What's his name?
It's not James Vanderbeek. It's the other guy.
No, it's not James Vanderbeek.
It's oh my god,
never-
Josh
Hartnett?
No,
That's the only
No.
Josh I know from the 90s.
No, Josh Hartnett was in Halloween H2O. We already
that's
did
right.
that one, Crystal.
Is it Joshua?
Joshua Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah, so Joshua
I almost had
Jackson's in there. Sydney's roommate, because she's in college now, is part of a
Sorority.
sorority. I was going to say fraternity, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense. And the sorority members are Portia de Rossi from Arrested Development, who ended up marrying Ellen, and Rebecca Gayheart. Killed someone in real life. Accidentally.
I didn't
Seriously?
know. I didn't know either.
Yeah, it was manslaughter. She ran over a kid, I think.
Yeah, 9-year-old kid. I found. I
Yeah.
googled
Wait.
after.
Yeah.
Was she drunk or something? Or
No, completely.
I think
sober.
it was distracted. yeah.
No.
Oh,
She tried
God.
to swerve around another car that stopped or something like that, and the kid was chasing a soccer ball that went into the street.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So it was like tragic all around.
Yeah.
That's so I can't imagine living life after that.
I think she said she tried to kill herself afterwards.
Yeah, probably.
I wouldn't.
She's in the movie.
God.
Sarah Michelle Gellar's in the movie.
I love her
Yes.
so
Who
much.
we all know as the bad Buffy. Am I right? Crystal's on my side. We're
I've never seen Buffy.
because you love the movie so much, you don't
No.
want the show to ruin it. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm riff you.
I've been up
Work
for a
for
while. That was my favorite part when Ghostface killed Sarah Michelle Gellar. I'm like, that's what you get for ruining Buffy. Timothy Olyphant. Timothy Olyphant
Mickey.
is Mickey. Mickey in the movie.
Oh, gotcha.
Which probably my least favorite Scream killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just kind of there, but
Yeah.
like I think that was the point. He was
Actually-
supposed to mainly focus on the mom. He was just kind of just, hey,
Yeah.
you want to kill people? Sure.
What did you think of his?
Yeah.
What did you think of his dancing during the romantic song scene?
I think I love
Yeah,
you.
I like Timothy Olyphant. He's in a lot of good movies.
Did you ever see The Girl Next Door?
No,
Oh, I have.
I love that
Yeah, it
movie.
was really good.
Yeah.
who's in that?
Alive. Oh my god, Alicia. Oh my god, what is her name? She's blonde. She's really pretty. She married to a hockey.
Oh, the girl from 24.
Yeah.
Is that she's like a porn star in the movie?
Yes.
Right? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I did see that. Yeah, I think it's a fine movie. I don't know. What are some of your favorite moments or kills from this?
Johanna, you go. I'm thinking.
I like the play scene where she starts getting like PTSD.
Okay.
Oh my
okay.
god, yes.
Can we talk about the play scene?
Yes, that's why I brought it up.
It's so good.
She's hallucinating, right?
She has
Yes.
PTSD.
Okay,
Yes,
good,
it
good,
is
good,
halluc-
good.
This Ghostface is not there.
Okay, good. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
But part of me is just like, because I feel like some people interpret it literally, and I think I did that as a kid. I'm like, wait,
Oh no, I always thought
I get
she was seeing him because she's surrounded by people in masks and black clothes.
Well, I also thought that too for a while. Like, is he? Because that is a great opportunity for Ghostface to be in there.
and the Ghostface are kind of so we talk about in Scream where he's stalking them at like the grocery store in his Scream outfit. It's like, what are you doing? Not now.
Yeah.
But no, I remember as like a kid watching. I'm like, wait, did the Scream guy put the costume on and then sneak on stage
Yeah.
and then like he knew the choreography.
That's the thing.
He
is,
knew the
I
choreography.
would've
It was
believed
Mickey.
that. Yes, it was Mickey. I wouldn't have been shocked at, but if it didn't happen at the very end where like she fell and it was the
Yeah.
other guy, then I would have been like, was that?
By
Like,
the way, in that scene, everyone's shocked by her reaction. It's like, you idiots! You know she was attacked by a
going
guy
through
in
something.
cloak and mask. And also, when did she suddenly want to become a theater actress. I don't remember hearing anything about that in the first movie.
I
Well, she
never
never
really
said
gave a
that she
crap
want-
about theater, and I friggin' joined at our high school.
Yeah,
but it was her major. I'm like, I feel like we've heard about
What's
it.
wrong with that?
She's
literally.
working
No.
I literally have a BFA in theater
I'm not saying
production.
it's a bad
Calm
thing.
the
It's just
fuck down.
I didn't get any of that from the first movie.
Well,
And then
she didn't say she wanted to be a goddamn doctor.
Yeah, she didn't say anything at all about college.
I don't know. I didn't see any theater stuff in her room. I don't know.
You did that's not how
She was
that
never
works.
like, I don't like movies. I like traditional theater.
I went to school to become a vet tech, and did you see animal stuff all over my? No, I just loved animals. Like,
Yeah,
I'm just saying, it was a
stuff.
weird thing that only existed for this movie. She never. Well, the third one she's in hiding, but in 4 and 5 she's never like, you know what? I finally made it to Broadway after all the. I had to kill my niece and everything beforehand, but I finally made it to Broadway. It was just a weird thing that came out of nowhere and then it never comes up again.
you're
It's
thinking way too much into this.
It's good symbolically. I like that. I love that David Warner's there, by the way, lecturing her. The voice of Ra's al Ghul from the Batman animated series. And also that guy from Titanic. And he's also in a lot of other movies. He died a few years ago.
Oh.
David Warner was awesome. He had that cool voice. I can't do his voice. I like to think Ghostface was dancing.
Yeah.
Because we saw that Mickey knows how to
Yeah.
dance from the
Yeah,
Got it.
That's one good thing this does. It actually does make you again care about the characters. Like it wants you to be uneasy about Jerry O'Connell. That poor fucking guy. Jerry
Cotton.
O'Connell, the boyfriend.
Oh no,
Because
You do.
I was thinking about Cotton. Never mind.
oh yeah, Cotton comes back.
Cotton comes back.
I love his character. I like.
You never know how you feel about him until like the very, very, very end, and then
Yeah.
you're still a little iffy about him. But you're
Yeah,
like,
because
He's a douchebag, but he's still a good person.
it's kind
Yeah.
of justified though. He did
Like
have.
Tony.
oh,
think
Tony
I'm a
might be
good
a little
person?
worse.
Sometimes.
I'd say that he murders someone.
What?
Personally frame him.
Yeah, can Tony murder someone? No.
Honestly,
Is he
if
capable of
someone
doing
sent
it?
me to
No.
prison for a year, like then it was like a wrongful conviction and I got out of it, I would totally try to milk that and get my 15 minutes of fame.
You milk everything. You
I know.
milk being alive.
What else
if-
is new?
By the way, if Riley ends up going to jail wrongly, when he gets out, I want him to be a cotton weaver. I want him to go to Eric July, be like, "You owe me a 60 minutes interview."
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's trying to get an interview with Gail Weathers, who has nice red streaks.
I love her hair in this.
Yeah.
I think this is her
Yeah.
best hair.
Even Dewey's like, nice. And walks away.
I like that Dewey came back because they
Love
were
Dewey.
famously going to
Oh,
kill
hail
him in the
Dewey.
first one. They kept him alive. They bring him back
They're married at this point, yes?
in real life. Yes, the characters have broken up.
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't know they were married in real life. Shit.
Yeah, for years.
Are they still married?
No.
No,
Oh, yeah.
but they were married for a really long
I
time.
had no idea.
Yeah, so they I like how the characters are evolving. Dewey, Gail, Sydney, and then you got Randy.
I love Randy.
Which, by the way, it as an Aliens fan, it really pisses me off that he says that line with confidence that the guy got the quote wrong, but Randy actually got the quote wrong. Because the guy's like, "Get away from your bitch," and he's like, "I think it's stay away from her, you bitch." I'm like, "No, it's get away from her, you bitch, Randy." And at that moment, when I watched it, I'm like, "I hope Randy dies," and then Randy dies, and I went, "Oh my god!"
It was so sad.
That was good though.
That was.
Baiting. Yeah.
Yes, because some sequels will kill a member of the previous one, like Friday the 13th Part 2. Alice gets killed right in the beginning.
Yeah.
And so does Crazy Ralph. Not even Crazy Ralph got spared.
But no, I like when Randy was like, he was like really attacking the son too. And
Yeah.
like, you're like, after you already see it and you're watching it again, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, she's getting pissed now.
Yeah. Also, during his death scene, again, they're just very lucky. There just happened
Oh,
to
so-
be
with the
a beatbox guy and a bald dude like dancing,
Yeah.
like break dancing, like what? And you find out later that she didn't even want to do that. She just got angry at that moment. And I'm like, what luck? There just happened to be a bunch of beatbox dudes.
There's a lot of like, oh, that just happened to happen. Like, what?
That is a good moment though, where they're going around with the cell phone trying to figure out who's
That
like
was really good,
Dewey's
yeah.
tackling dudes.
Oh, jeez. I will say, going
Yeah.
back to the theater part, the one thing that threw me off, and I didn't really, when I first saw it, I probably was just enjoying it.
Mm.
But because I was at work watching this at a theater, basically, she takes an axe and she's trying to cut down all the line sets.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know all you have to do is you just move the lock up and you just pull the handle and it comes right down?
How the
That's
fuck would
it.
how the fuck would I know
You know,
that?
and then
Crystal?
also when you slash it, it's not electronic, so all these sparks are coming up, and I'm just like, what the fuck is happening?
It looked
I was like, you
cool.
know how many times, you know how many ways I've been thinking about this since high school?
Yeah.
How many different ways you can murder someone in the theater? I swear to God, I've been thinking this since high school. Because there is
Crystal,
so
will you
much
say that
equipment
again
above
and
your
add
head.
ellipses throughout the
Shut the fuck up.
Jesus.
I've been thinking since
Dot,
high
dot, dot.
school. I have ideas. I'm sorry, there was a crazy guy on Twitter at the time of this recording. That's like,
You know that he's gonna like get all amped up listening to this.
yeah, he's been making thinly veiled threats. Again, this comes out months from now. Who knows if that is even a thing anymore?
Jesus. But yes, there's so many different ways
Yeah.
that because there's so much equipment above your head. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh, there's so many other ways you could have killed her.
By the way, I think, speaking of kills, as much as I'm happy that Sarah Michelle Gellar's character died as revenge for what's her face from the original movie, I do like that he just tosses her off a fucking balcony. It just is a splat sound effect.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. I do like when Dewey gets stabbed again in like the soundproof thing and like Gail can't hear it. That part's rough. But yeah, no, it's a good time. Did you think the killers were obvious?
No. No.
I think this is the only one where I was just like, oh.
Mickey
Yeah. No, I would say the third one, I was like,
Mickey is a little too on the nose, and I think that's to be like, oh, this is
I think that was on purpose.
yeah, that was on
Yeah,
purpose. Like,
I
oh,
agree.
obviously it's him. So you were trying to think of the next person. When I first watched this as a kid, I didn't expect Debbie Salt to be
No.
Billy Loomis's mother. But it was clever how they did that. I think only Gail interacts with her.
yes.
Because everyone else from Woodsboro would
Knows
have
it.
recognized her. And I'm
Yes.
like, going back watching, I'm like, oh, that's really clever.
That is.
You find out that Billy Loomis's mother, who abandoned him, that family sucks.
Yeah.
Who abandoned him, decided that she did want to be a good mother after he died. So she lost a lot of weight and got some surgery. Ends up looking like the aunt from Roseanne, Laurie Metcalf. And she went on like, what was it, a psycho chat room on
Something like that, yeah.
on the internet and met Mickey and like basically came up with this whole plan. And Mickey's plan is like, I'm gonna blame the movies and say that's what made me a killer. And then Mrs. Loomis is like, no, you're my fall guy. Boom.
Yeah. But I did think for a second there it might have been him and the boyfriend. During that
That
one
was-
scene, you're just like, oh shit, is it? It like
Because they're talking about how like sequels like to rehash and recycle ideas. That it's making you go there like, is it the boyfriend? And it makes it tragic when he dies. It's like a legit
it's so
sad
tragic.
thing.
And then he just goes up and you're like,
Just-
it's like he's like Jesus. Yeah, I was like, okay,
Because
bye,
I
Jesus.
think she's still wearing his necklace in
Yeah.
the third one. She
the,
might.
the
Oh, is
letters,
she?
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
she wears the letters.
She
in
wears
the
it in the
one.
third one. I don't know. We just watched the fourth one, but I didn't take a look. She might.
I don't think she was wearing it in that one.
I did
No.
enough
I
time.
specifically remember the third one she was wearing
Yeah.
it, but I don't think she has it on in the fourth.
I think
She's
enough
over
time.
it by then. She's like,
Enough
"Screw
time
it."
has passed.
Oh my God, there has been.
Yeah, between that movie, yeah. But yeah, the finale's kind of fun. Laurie Metcalf as the killer. It's just really when the styrofoam bricks fall on her, she's
Oh
like,
my
oh no. Yeah, and then again,
But
they,
like, how could you not take her?
I love Cotton's whole thing.
Oh.
Cotton could save the day, but again, he's really mad at Sydney for falsely accusing him. Like, he understands, but she's kind of a dick to him, so he gets to that thing where it's like, I really want the 60 Minutes interview, and he's like, should I let her die and get revenge? And then Sydney's way out of it is like, I'll do this, consider it done. He's like, oh, okay. And he, like,
Yes.
kills her.
Some
He
you
was just
bullshit.
so selfish.
That's some you bullshit.
Oh my God, yeah.
What? I would never. I'm the hero of the people. I'm selfless. I only think of others and bettering society. I think not of myself.
Uh-huh.
I can't wait to talk about Scream 4. So yeah, this one does
We came to a
feel
realization because he just had it on, and
Yeah.
yeah.
so.
You'll see.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
Jesus.
one was solid. It's a solid
is.
sequel. Not
I
as good
just
as
hate the fact that it was that mother. Like, for some reason, the mother doesn't make me the happiest.
I mean, that is a sequel thing, though. Like, they
I
bring a
know.
character like, you killed my brother. I'm here to
I know.
avenge you for this.
Family revenge. I get it.
I do like Mickey had the very 90s motive. She's like, nah, mine's old-fashioned revenge.
I do like that.
But yeah, it's got some decent kills in it. I'm sorry, before we move on. The car scene is the one that drives me nuts.
Oh.
When the killer crashes the cop car and the one cop gets the pole through his head. But it's like, rip his mask off.
Yes.
Rip his mask off right now.
Strangle
But
him?
Strangle him. Like,
Yes.
he's knocked out. You have the advantage. Like, you guys can get your friend in there and double team him. And then when Sydney gets out of the car, it's like, you're at a construction site. Grab a rock.
Wasn't the gun on the hood? Didn't the cop have the gun on the hood? Like, he had it right there?
He might have. You're
I
right.
could have swore there was a shot where you saw the gun on the hood in his hand. I could be
That makes me
making
even
this
madder.
up.
That is the most
You
mad
could have
I've
just grabbed the gun and shoot them right there.
That is the most mad I've ever been at Sydney. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Also, I'm assuming this is Mickey because then we see Debbie in a scene after this. But like, Mickey's like a ninja. He gets out of that car really quick
So fast.
and runs around the block to get behind her like roommate.
He's
and
very
s-
dedicated.
He's very dedicated, very fast, and very quiet.
Yes.
Recovering from a head injury. He did that while recovering from a head injury.
That one made me sad when she died because she just wanted to
Yeah.
get the hell out of there.
Yeah. I do love Gail's cameraman.
Love him.
He's just
I
like,
wish I saw more of him like later.
Yeah.
I like that he's like, I need to get the hell out of here. This is too much. And then he comes back at the end after it's
Yeah.
done. That's pretty clever.
Something you would do.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Yeah.
And then Dewey lives again. They did the Dewey fake out again. Yeah, I enjoy the film. It's solid.
Is this the one where he proposes afterwards with the book? Or
No,
is that
no, no,
that's
no.
the third?
That's the one.
Yeah, it's the third.
Okay. Yeah, good time. And then a few years later, they did Scream 3. It was definitely post 1999 because of something that happened. But would you like to read the
Oh
synopsis?
shit.
Yeah.
A slam bang finish to this exceptionally clever trilogy.
When I was watching it, I was slamming and banging things, so that's
Miami
accurate.
Herald. Good.
I sure as hell was.
The fuck?
I'm like trying to think.
Slamming and banging.
During Scream 3?
Yup.
That's a weird one to pick, but okay.
Hey. Stars Naive Campbell.
Naive Campbell? Yeah, she doesn't really know a lot of things. Let's rewind and try that again, Crystal. Neve or Nev. I feel like some
Neve?
people say Nev. I say Nev, but you say Neve.
Neve.
Definitely not Naive Campbell. Okay, sorry.
I don't know why that came out. I'm more tired than you. I got done work at 5 a.m. Stars.
Miss Campbell. Stars Miss Campbell.
Campbell. Stars Campbell, Dave Arquette, and Courtney Cox. Arquette. Why does it say it like that? And Courtney Cox.
Oh,
Arquette.
they were married at that point, and she took his name.
Oh, that
Dude,
makes- Courtney
Selma
Cox
Hayek
Arquette.
was doing that like last year or the year before, and it was really annoying. And I think she stopped because they're like, "Who's Selma? Whatever. Like, you're Selma Hayek." Anyway, keep
Yeah,
going.
always keep the name. Are back
did.
for more in the. That's what I would do. Are back for more in the chilling final chapter of this phenomenally popular and frightful entertaining trilogy. While Sidney Prescott Campbell lives in a safely guarded seclusion, bodies begin dropping around the Hollywood set of Stab 3, the latest movie sequel based on the gruesome Greensboro killings.
Greensboro. Isn't it Woodsboro?
It says Greensboro. It is Westboro.
Oh, that's weird. It's a weird
says
typo.
Greens- yeah.
Anyway, keep going.
And it says it actually multiple times. And when the escalating terror finally brings her out of hiding, Sydney and the other Greensboro survivors are once again drawn into the insidious game of horror movie mayhem! Exclamation point. But just
That's how they printed it on the first edition of.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, because I don't have it on VHS, and I just printed the first cover I could find in English. So that's funny.
insane. fucked up.
I was like, wait, that has to be like a thing.
But when
So
they-
if you have a first edition, it'll say Greensboro, not
that's
Woodsboro.
amazing. I want a first edition now. But just when they thought that they knew how to play by the rules, they discovered that all the rules have been broken, featuring hot newcomers Parker Posey, The House of Yes, and Josie and the Pussycats, and Jenny McCartney, Diamonds. In another stellar ensemble cast, Scream 3 offers an unmatched mix of thrills, laughter, and suspense that brings this spine-tingling saga to an unforgettable conclusion.
We really need to go to a speech class.
Yeah, we all are.
everyone.
We're all like, the words are word.
I couldn't believe
Word.
in the Home Alone episode, Prison Mike, who has the thickest Philly accent of everyone on the show, read that back of that box beautifully. He
Really?
nailed it on one go, and I'm like, I really thought. And then sure enough, the next one he like fumbled
Hey, I did the Anaconda one really well.
the first time.
Yeah, I think that's when I got mad because I was like, now I have to read this again and I'm gonna fuck it up.
I didn't use any footage of the good read through, by the way. I didn't feel
Yeah,
like.
I noticed.
Anyway,
Can we just like read the stuff before we start filming? Because that would be very helpful.
no.
It's kind of like when, have you guys, because I actually took speech in elementary school. I talked too fast, and once again, like my brain couldn't keep up with my mouth, and I was starting to say tons of words wrong. And do you guys ever do like where you know like you might get picked on to read? Do you ever just like
Read ahead? Fuck yeah, I did.
And like you have no idea what is being like taught.
I was really good at reading.
Yeah.
I'm bad at writing and grammar, but I
What
always
just
read.
happened then?
That's just tired. It's just being
So
tired.
you're just tired every episode?
No, I
No.
can read. It's just speaking it. I'm like,
Yes.
fuck off.
I was okay with it. By the way, you said elementary, and I just kept thinking if Kaylee was here or anyone from Rochester, they probably would have said elementary.
What?
You never heard her say documentary?
Yeah.
All the Rochester people, they say things so bizarre. Oh, God. But this is after I went to Rochester, which is one of the most crime-ridden cities in America, and I'm pretty sure I survived.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's getting worse. Like, per capita, it's getting up there.
It's worse than Newark?
Yeah, well, the problem is it's very small, but the crime per capita, like, there's a lot of crime there considering the small population.
Jesus.
Yes. Anyway, Scream 3. This one had a lot of issues production-wise. I believe there
Can't
was...
tell.
Yeah. There was originally an idea to have Stu come back. I read this. I think that's where the origin of the is Stu still alive, which I think he still is, and we're not going to bring it up or mention any dinners that are owed to anyone. Yeah. I think it was originally going to be him influencing like younger people from prison to like carry out his crimes, even though he wasn't really the mastermind. It's just
No, he
out of the
wasn't.
two, he's the one that you could theoretically bring back. Columbine happened, and that affected a lot of movies. A while back we did Idle Hands,
Love Idle Hands.
and we interviewed the director, and they were talking about how like that whole tragedy like interfered with that whole movie's like marketing and stuff. So that movie like was dead on arrival when it came out. So this one, they were like, hey, you got to like tone down the violence. We're getting a lot of shit. And I like that they work it into the movie.
Yeah.
Roger Corman, the late Roger Corman, who
R.I.P..
produced Carnosaur. Go back and watch the Troll 2 episode and count every time I mentioned to Ian the movie Carnosaur. I just kept bringing it up.
You should also actually watch that, whatever, because you can see Ian and Tony are just kind of like, haha.
We had a
They
sugar rush.
They get super giggly as
We ate-
time
Really?
goes on because
We ate some candy in the beginning, and our blood sugar got a little out of control throughout that
That's
episode.
amazing.
Anyway,
It's really fucking funny.
I like
oh my
her.
God, can we all do an episode for Patreon where we're already at that point?
You know, I watched Reefer Madness recently. I don't know why I'm bringing that up when I'm talking about regular candy. But I watched Reefer Madness lately, and maybe we can do it for that. Anyway,
That would be amazing.
so Roger
Or
Corman's
some,
like-
some veggie mushrooms.
oh, there it is. So they worked that complaint into the film. Like I do like appreciate the meta stuff because the movie had to keep getting changed. So they have Roger Corman yelling at the director, who's Roman Bridger, played by, I always forget his name.
I forget his name too.
And he's upset. And then the producer is Lance Henriksen from Millennium. Someone please remember Millennium. Someone please. And
I've heard of
Aliens.
it. Maybe-
And Alien 3.
Why do I know Millennium? Maybe it's just because
I bring
you
it up.
mentioned
I bring it up
so-
a lot when you mention that evil show.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I've been wanting to watch it.
And it's a sister series to what you call it, X-Files.
Yes.
I'm not lending you my DVDs now.
I don't think I've announced it, at least on the show.
At this point, you probably have. So
Not on the
it's
show. Not on the show.
But I mean,
When is
I don't
this
know if
coming
you've
out?
done a live
Oh, I guess we
episode.
have to still go through
This
Boys
is an
Month.
October episode,
Oh,
so
wow.
it's a while.
Yeah, guys, you've already known I'm moving to Florida. And right now I'm still in Jersey. By October, I'm there.
No, it's fucked. He didn't take us to that fucking dinner, and
Oh, I'm coming back. It's
What?
literally
I mean, yay!
flights are $78 for a good chunk of the time.
cool. So I'll meet you down there, and he'll pay for our dinner. And
Love
flight.
it. Love it.
I'm Googling which president will affect airline prices
I'm
negatively.
in Florida. There's no rules, so
No, I'm
you'll
trying to influence someone who will destroy the economy so you can't afford those flights back.
I'm
I mean,
sorry.
what? I mean, to make it better.
Flights to Florida will always be cheap, at least to where I'm living. A couple minutes actually from the beach.
Well, look.
Yeah.
On a
my
series,
apartment complex has 3 pools, 3 gyms, including a spin studio. 15 minutes away from the airport, right? Kind of in between Fort Lauderdale and Miami, and a couple minutes away from the beach.
Well, look.
7 minutes away from
treating
my
Listen. On a serious note,
Bye. I have a guest room and everything. It's gonna 2 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms.
You can just send me down with your credit card.
look. On
Bye.
a serious note, I'm sad to see you go, Kristen. But we got to get back to Scream 3. So anyway, Roger Corman and Lance Henriksen are talking about how the studio has a lot of pressure of influencing real life violence.
Violence in cinema is a big deal right now, Roman.
Because that actually was happening. They had to tone down some of the violence in this movie. That's why a guy gets blown up in an explosion, which doesn't feel very Scream. The script kept getting leaked, and they make a joke about that in the film because the killer is following the script, and they're like, there's 3 versions
Yes.
of the script.
The fact scene was fantastic.
Yes.
I love the fact scene because they're like,
Yeah.
I need to know what happens. They are such that cliche, typical
Yeah.
Z-level movie actors. I
Yeah.
love that.
I love that it's in Hollywood, so they're getting even more meta. There's now a 3rd Stab movie, which I guess won't end up being the actual Stab in the continuity because this one clearly didn't get finished.
They never talk about Stab 2, do they?
No, they
Because
do.
in
They do.
2,
They
in
mentioned
2,
Stab too.
do they?
Yeah, they talk about how David Schwimmer and that's the funny thing. Scream 2. I love when they cut to clips of Stab and it's just scenes from Scream. Luke Wilson is Billy Loomis. Who's the girl who played Sydney? God damn it, I'm forgetting her name. But they mentioned that David Schwimmer played Dewey in the previous one.
Yes, they did.
And that's why they mentioned they're like the actress who played Sydney and David Schwimmer didn't want to come back for Stab 3.
That's why. Oh yeah, they did say about that.
Yeah, so they worked that into it.
But we don't see clips of Stab 2 ever, right?
they never show
So we
clips.
only see clips of 1, 3,
Well, we just see the
4,
sets from 3,
or
but not
5
the
and
real
6?
3. It gets very confusing. I will say though, the best movie within a movie actor, Parker Posey, as that character.
I'm sorry, her in everything.
Jennifer Jensen, she is so good in this. Her and Gail's rivalry is so fucking good in
My
this.
lawyer loved that.
She is my favorite part of this film.
Absolutely.
She
Have
is
you ever
great.
seen a movie that you didn't like her in?
No.
Honestly, though.
no.
Oh, a movie that I
You didn't like her.
didn't like her.
Yeah.
No, I'd have to think. I've seen bad movies with her in it.
But she's always
always
good.
at least okay.
she's always shined through because she's such a great character actor.
She was great
she's
in
fantastic.
the Netflix Lost in Space as Mr. Smith or Dr. Smith. I went in expecting to scream woke and get that feminism out there. Dr. Smith needs to be a man, but she ended up being a really, really great character on that show. She's my favorite part of this.
What was she in last?
She was in Beau is Afraid, which was my favorite movie of 2020.
I still need to see that.
But I don't know what she was. I don't follow her all the time. I don't know what the fuck Parker Posey's doing.
I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna become her best friend.
My brain died. Hold on.
Brain no work good.
Oh,
You can do
bring
it.
it back, Tony.
You can do it.
Do it. You got
Okay.
it. Yay!
So how do you two feel about this one?
I don't like Scream 3. I
at
like
all.
things about Scream
Yeah.
3. Like, there's certain things I'd pick through or whatever. Like, I do like the brother reveal and everything.
Yeah.
But overall, the whole movie, just everything together, I'm like, it's definitely the weakest of all the Screams to me.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
it's not the movie. Like
I know it's not the
knowing
movie, so
behind the
I
scenes,
know
yeah.
that, but
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
this is what they put out. It's the only thing I got.
What do you think?
I don't hate it. It's not like I'm gonna be like, oh, that's a horrible movie, or it's bad. It's just like you said, it's the weakest of all of them. It's not the one I'm gonna go to watch. Honestly, the first one's always gonna be my first pick to go back to,
Yeah.
and the third will always be my last. Like I said, haven't seen 6 yet or anything like that. But as of right now, from 1 through 5, that one's the last one I'm gonna watch.
Yeah.
Towards the, it just felt kind of like it dragged.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it got slow.
Dragged.
Yeah.
And I remember, I don't, even when I watch, right now, I literally just watched it last night, and I can't remember kind of the beginning ish.
Well, I do
Once
like.
it happened, once they got to the fax machine, then I remember almost all the stuff.
I feel like that's when the movie actually starts to pick
I
up.
do
Exactly.
like the beginning with Cotton Weary.
That was so, oh my God.
By the way,
that
talk
was
about
heartbreaking.
dating a movie. I like that in his house on his stereo. He's just got Creed ready to go. Creed is ready to go on his stereo.
Have you been to my house? I have Creed's greatest hits on vinyl, and I literally can walk into my house now and just go click, click.
Do you
Saying.
know how angry I am because I bought tickets last summer
I know.
to go with you, and I'll be in Florida this time. They're performing, I think, this week. We're in August. I think at PNC Center or something like
something
that.
like that.
And I was like, fuck, I need to save money. And then now I'm following them. I'm like, where are they going to be? And now they're going to be in Florida October. And I'm like, I have to go. You should go. I know.
All right, well, that was Creed talk.
I love Creed.
Creed is so good.
I fucking love
How do you
Creed.
not love Creed?
Like,
do you like Creed?
Look.
Do you like Creed? Yes or no?
Look, if you were to put
Yes or no, Tony?
if you were to put, I'm
yes
doing
or
a joke. I'm
no?
doing a joke. If you were to put Creed on right now, I would embrace that song with arms wide open.
Not my sacrifice.
You know when
Hello, my friend, we'll meet again. It's
Johanna,
been a
Johanna,
while,
when-
where should we
when
begin?
Ian was here,
Feel
giving me
like
that
forever. Within my heart of memories, a perfect love that you gave to me. I know the whole song. This is my karaoke to go to.
I love that.
when Ian was here, he showed me his candy that he had, and I said, "Can you take me higher?"
Hold me now.
Anyway, okay.
I'm 6
Enough with
feet
the fucking-
from the edge, and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet ain't so far down.
Remember that
love
blowjob
Creed.
video he had? He had a video of him getting a
Great
blowjob, and it
karaoke
leaked.
moment, and he's like, blowjob.
I just remembered Scott Stapp had a sex tape that leaked of him getting a blowjob.
Why do you remember that?
Because I don't really remember a lot about Scott Stapp.
Stapp.
He's gonna be in a movie or something. I think he's in that Nixon movie coming out. Anyway,
Wait, you never answered. Do you like Creed? Yes or no?
yeah, they're fine. I liked them. I liked them at the time.
Yeah, they're
At the
At the time.
I'm not really playing their greatest hits, guys. All right.
I am.
You apparently
It's
are.
a great.
Did you see my Twitter post? I posted it on Twitter that I bought that album, and some
Yes,
people
I
were like,
saw
"You
that.
deserve better than Creed," and I'm like, "How dare you slander Creed in front of me? How dare you?"
Okay. So the beginning,
The level probably went woo.
the beginning with Cotton Weary. He's a Creed
Sad.
fan. He's a Creed
Sad.
fan.
He's a Creed
Or do you think the killer put Creed on the stereo? Yeah. So
It's actually Johanna.
I
For
do.
me, I snuck in.
So I do like that Cotton Weary is now a celebrity. It worked out for him. He apparently knows where Sydney is. That's the whole thing. The killer cannot figure out where Sydney is. But I do like when he gets there, his girlfriend's already dead. The killer's after him.
And that's the first time
Yeah.
you notice about the voice changing.
Yes, I want to talk about that in a second.
Okay.
I like that Cotton doesn't sell Sydney out, because in the previous film it was kind of touch and go. Like, does he really forgive her? Is he the killer? Is he just doing this because he's selfish? But I like in that moment he's like, nope, I'm not gonna sell her out. We're cool now. The voice changer.
It was a simple game, Cotton. You should have told me where Sydney was.
which, by the way, I've had it for months. I haven't watched it yet. I will watch the work print version of this film, and I will let you know if there's anything interesting. I think they show the voice changer a little earlier. This technology doesn't exist back then. It exists now with AI.
Oh my god.
With AI, it's gotten pretty good.
It's scary right now.
Yeah.
All the AI photos, videos, voice changing.
And again, I
it's
talked
petrifying.
about the whole AI voice thing because Roger Ebert was really helpful in getting that technology because, he wasn't able to talk at the end of his life. And there was so much recording of his voice that you were able to recreate new sentences and stuff. And that's meant for people who have lost their voice. Like they did it with Val Kilmer in the new Top Gun because he can't talk. He had throat cancer. And that's what it's really meant for. It's not meant to keep making Darth Vader forever after James Earl Jones died. It's being used for some real shitty stuff. But how it works in this movie, and I'm like, it wasn't anywhere remotely near. It would be like,
well, they're in Hollywood. They have money.
It would be like, hi, I am Sydney from the Scream movies. It would be that's how, like, Dewey, is that you? Yes, I am Dewey. It would be so choppy.
Oh my god.
That part kind of took me out of it a little bit. I'm like, okay, what the fuck?
Whatever. I suspended my belief for a little bit.
It's fine. The movie is okay. My real issue is that it's treating it like a trilogy, but slashers don't really get trilogies. Although,
Wait, did you just say slashers don't get trilogies?
they don't get trilogy. They never really end at a trilogy, like the third film. However, if this was planned ahead of time and they're making fun of false endings in slasher films, like Friday the 13th, the final chapter, they made 7 after that.
Yeah.
Or Freddy's dead. Or
And he's not dead.
Yeah. If that was the plan all along, then that works. But I'm just slashers aren't really trilogies, though.
But do you ever think when they come out with that third slasher, they're thinking that might be the end, and then they just keep making it? They have it always
they're
planned.
cheap and easy to make. As long as they're making money, why not?
That's what I'm saying. The third. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Say for Jason and all them for Friday 13th, Halloween, when they hit the third. Well, Halloween's a little different.
Yeah, Halloween got a little off the rails there.
A little different.
Go back and watch our Halloween 3 episode.
Woo! I don't think that they're oh my god, we're gonna have 6 more after this. Do you think that they plan that they're gonna have a fourth?
I feel like they are. I feel like Paramount wanted to end Friday the 13th because they were embarrassed by it, but it just kept making too much fucking money. So I don't know. If the plan all along was that it was never really supposed to be the end of a trilogy, then that's fine. But it just doesn't really work with slasher films. What did you think of the Randy cameo? How they worked him in the movie?
So fucking stupid.
I'm sorry.
Told you I'd make a movie someday. Huh?
Oh my god.
It's so fucking
So
stupid.
Randy had enough foresight to record him talking about the rules of a third movie. And he's like, if it's a regular sequel, same rules apply.
That
If
his
it's
sister brought to
his
The
sister brought,
sister.
who comes back in 5, which I thought was really funny.
Yeah.
He's like, here are the rules of the trilogy. It gets tied back to the beginning, which he's right. I mean, he's right. But I just thought it was so funny. When Dewey is interacting with the tape, I'm like, oh, come on. Come on, you're stretching it a little bit.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I lost my virginity to this. And he's like, that person? He's like, yes, that person. It's like, oh, shit.
It's a little I know Scream is ridiculous, the whole freaking series, but it pushes it, I think, a little too much in this one. And we see all the other ones that we're like, yeah, it pushes pretty far, but this is to a non-corn, it's just too unbelievable.
Yeah. What did you think of the whole reveal that Sydney's mom was an actress in the 70s and she got assaulted by a bunch of producers, had a kid,
I don't hate that.
abandoned the kid, but then the kid found her, and then you find out that this kid, Roman, the director, spoiler, is the one who set off the whole chain of events. He showed Billy the tape. He gave Billy some ideas. And then after Billy killed, he's like, okay, maybe I'll do it at some point. He was trying to get Sydney to come back. Because he's mad at Sydney. Because he's like, you got to have my mom in this whole life. And I didn't. My mom abandoned me. And also Lance Henriksen is my dad. I'm going to kill him right now.
Yeah. So I don't mind seeing a backstory of the mom. I find that very interesting because you really don't know much about her.
Yeah.
but that the brother aspect, once again, pushing it a little. You could have done it in a. I don't know. I think it went too much, and like to be the director. I mean, that's. I don't know if I know. I don't know if I think that's clever, or if I think that's pushing it.
Yeah, and it was also
too much.
I think it was kind of obvious he was the bad guy. How do you feel?
Yeah, no, that the first one or whatever, obviously that was a big shock reveal. Like, holy shit, it's the boyfriend and the friend. Second one or whatever, definitely could tell it was Mickey or whatever. But again, we didn't know it was going to be the mom, like, or even, who she was even involved after we saw her as the news reporter lady and all that.
Yeah.
This one, I was like, okay, I didn't guess the brother shit.
Yeah.
But I was just like, all right, he's involved somehow in this. Like, he's definitely doing something. Even the fake out where he was like dead and what was it? The ball was under his armpit to stop the pulse or whatever. I'm just like, does that even work?
I could have seen maybe it was like, oh, he wants all of a sudden the trilogy, like, it's dying out. No one wants to see it. And he wants the movies to keep going, so he has a directing career.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
But
the funny thing is, like, he was supposed to have an accomplice. It's the only movie with one killer.
Was he supposed to, you said?
Yes. Emily Mortimer, the girl who's playing Sydney in Stab 3, she was originally going to be his accomplice.
I could see that.
So that's like kind of like a fun, and they were in a relationship, so he's like getting it on with the actress who's playing his sister, which is kind of gross. But that was, I think that was one of the scripts that leaked. So that was one of the things they changed.
Oh, that's dumb.
So that's how he ended up being the only one that just did it by himself.
I don't like that because
that's why her death is also kind of vague. She just gets dragged off.
Yeah, she does. But the whole thing is, like, Ghostface is killing so much so quickly, and he pretty much is in this film. So how is he doing it without an accomplice?
I don't know. It's kind of hard. I don't like that Patrick Warburton gets killed. He's the security guard. What you call it? Putty from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Although he was really mean to Dewey's sister. He's like, I hope it trying to make sure no one gets sliced up like your sister. It's like, oh, Putty.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That was really mean.
He was a dick.
Yeah.
Was he sleeping with the Posey Parker?
Parker Posey.
Parker.
No,
I
don't think he was. I don't think he was.
A lot.
The kills aren't really super memorable in this.
No.
Just the blowing up.
Yeah, there's the explosion. I'm trying to think, like, it's just like the one guy gets stabbed, thrown off a roof. The other girl gets stabbed, dragged away.
Oh, and I guess like when she was getting stabbed and then thrown through the mirror, that was pretty good.
That one was pretty good, yeah. But like I said,
mind. Wait, is this the one where the publicist gets thrown? We just said that.
Yeah, she gets thrown.
Yeah,
Not,
I didn't.
Yeah.
No, she gets thrown. Wait.
Publicist
this is it, right?
Publicist is the next one.
Shit.
But Parker Posey gets thrown through the glass window, the two-way window. Yeah.
Yes.
Because Lance Henriksen is a creep and has a creep mansion.
He does.
I do like when they try to make it that he's the killer, Lance Henriksen.
Yeah.
But I watched some episodes of Millennium at the time.
What's Millennium?
It's a good show. And I see how Lance Henriksen was running in Millennium, and I'm just like, oh, no, he's not the killer. He's like
I did like Roman's death. Where he just kept going and it's just like, head!
Yes,
yeah, I do, because he's like,
good.
you have to shoot him in the head. That's the only way. Okay. There's some real cheesy moments. The explosion was one of them. How about
liked it.
How about the knife throw?
That was
the knife's point of view.
But it doesn't hit. It hits with the
butt of the knife. Yeah. I don't know why he doesn't, like, once he gets Sydney, why he doesn't just kill the other. Oh no, because he gets shot by the cop and runs away. What's his face?
There's a couple times where he had her though, and he didn't murder her.
Who's the guy in this? McDreamy from.
Oh my God, Patrick
Dempsey. Patrick Dempsey is introduced in this as the detective who loves horror movies. Coincidentally,
I like him a lot.
Yeah. Yes, and I like in the continuity she ended up marrying him.
I do
and
too.
had kids with
I
him.
like that.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, that's what Mark, right? Yeah, 'cause she mentions in 5. She mentions Mark.
Yes.
I like him in this. Again, he's another kind of like red herring. It's like, oh, could it be him?
Especially when there is just her and him in the one scene, and she's like, well. She keeps like trying to egg him on, be like, "So, what is your favorite scary movie?" And he goes, "My life."
Yeah, but he's like, stick through. Maybe I'll tell you. Okay, so you know how the previous film we were talking about it was the who's who of it's that person. Mm-hmm. Cameos.
Oh.
Okay. Carrie Fisher. Carrie Fisher's cameo as the girl who almost was Princess Leia but didn't sleep with George Lucas. It's like, what the fuck?
I thought that was funny.
That was a little distracting.
Yes, but I thought it
It's
was funny.
It's like, but that's Carrie Fisher.
Yes.
Although I do love when they were making fun of Maureen Prescott's name, her stage name, and she says Jennifer Jensen's real name,
Yeah.
and she gets like all embarrassed. Cameos. Jay and Silent Bob.
That was dumb.
Shit, Salvo, it's that TV news shit, Connie fucking Chung.
It was fun when Wes Craven was in Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back when they're filming Scream, and like I remember it was like a chimpanzee in the thing, and they're like, Wes, you're not even trying anymore. Like that was funny, but like the real Jay and Silent Bob being in Scream 3, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
Maybe if you saw them in the corner or something, where it was like not so like literally.
It literally
seen.
says Silent Bob. It's Connie Chung. He thinks Courtney Cox is Connie Chung. But now we cannot talk about Scream 3 unless we're talking about something very, very controversial. Courtney Cox's bangs. What the
Awful.
She still gets made fun of it for it.
I saw like
still.
that was a few years ago. She actually cut them to look like that again. What was that? That was a bad idea.
Did like they dye her hair and like it messed up her front or whatever? And, like, I don't.
Or maybe that was
it
just
her-
a style
actual
that
hair
was.
hair? Was that actually her hair? Or
I'm
was
pretty
it
sure
a
it was
wig?
actual. Yeah, it was
So-
actual hair, right?
Yeah.
Was this filming during Friends?
Dude, I don't remember.
I have to go back and watch some seasons of Friends.
Because does she have these bangs in front? Like
I don't
she
know.
does it.
We should check.
I
We
don't
should
like
check.
Friends.
They play it at my gym constantly. Big Bang Theory and Friends.
Oh, I don't like Big Bang Theory.
Constantly.
Yeah, I don't like either.
Friends, I'm okay. Doesn't she mention what's her face? Rachel, why am I forgetting her? Jennifer Aniston. She mentions the name Jennifer Aniston.
She
in
might,
one of
but
the
like I said,
films.
David Schwimmer is name dropped in it. I guess the one really cool moment I like.
I remember, and I don't remember which one. It goes, yeah, she's upset or something like that because they put her name or her face on like a naked Jennifer Aniston body or something like that.
Oh yeah, I can't remember which one that is. That might be 4, but I'm not sure.
That
I'm
might
not
be
sure. I know
4.
what you're talking about. The one,
Yeah, they're all like morphing together
Yeah.
for me now.
the
Like,
one
which
scene
one's which?
I will say the one scene I like legitimately love is when Sydney goes into her old room on the sound stage.
Oh, that
I thought
was
that was
good.
really cool. That was like,
good.
And you can
and
hear
I-
their past conversations with Billy.
yeah, and I like that she goes to a room that would have been real in her house, but then it's just like a sound stage. She almost falls. I thought that was cool.
How did he get his mother's voice?
Well, he was secretly filming her. We find out.
Oh, true.
Yeah, yeah.
It just that
How
part.
did he get
looked-
any of their voices? It doesn't make
Right,
sense.
yeah, this is a little.
But yeah, Scream 3, it does work if this was a trilogy. Because we see her secluded. Her dad's like, you're hiding from the world. She is like now a crisis hotline thing.
I like that.
And she's like super protective with security. And at the end, she's like free. She lets the gate open. She leaves
Yeah.
the door open.
and their doggy.
And her dog is there, and they're gonna watch a movie. Gail and Dewey, that's
Yeah,
when
that's
he
when they get
proposes.
proposed,
I like
yeah.
seeing how their relationship evolves over the series.
That was how long has that been though? Between the last one and that, like
A few years.
you think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that would then would make.
And then it was like 10 years after that.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like between Dewey and Courtney Cox's characters, like their relationship.
They were on and off. In the universe, they're on and off.
Yeah.
But no, I think it was a fine note to end on, even though it didn't, like we said, it doesn't fully work for all of us. I wish we could go back in time and not have all the issues they had.
So what were the issues?
It was, again, Columbine. They had to like tone down a lot of the violence. The
Yeah.
script kept getting leaked because of the internet and stuff. There was just a lot of issues with it. But yeah, then Scream went away.
It did.
Went away, and Wes Craven went on to make some great films like Cursed. And then he came back. Oh, he also did Red Eye.
I love Red Eye.
I haven't seen it.
I should give
Please
it
watch
another
Red Eye.
shot.
Okay.
Oh my god, I love Red Eye.
What's it about?
My co-star from The Dark Knight Rises in it.
Oh my God, so
Cillian
what's it
Murphy.
about?
Cillian Murphy's in it with Rachel McAdams, right?
Yep.
Oh, I like Rachel
right?
McAdams.
Yeah. They're both hot as shit in this movie, and basically, they're on a red eye, and they're sitting next to each other. But like the whole thing was kind of like planned out with the guy because I forget what the actual thing was happening, but like they like had the dad.
Yeah, they were gonna like
or kill him or
assassinate
something
her
like that.
dad
Yeah.
or something.
There's
Yeah,
it's like a huge thing.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
it's a
she's
thr- it's
stuck on a
thriller?
plane. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's stuck on
Okay.
a plane with this guy, and he's trying to orchestrate a kill.
And she's trying to like warn the,
The-
flight attendant so she could like.
Is
you
it
know,
the
get
whole
out to,
movie
like-
takes place on a plane?
except for like the last maybe like 15 minutes.
That's
or
cool.
so.
I
So-
like that.
The trailer was great. Like, I want to say like 80% of
For
the
Red Eye?
80% of like the teaser trailer was framed as a rom-com or like or just romantic
I would have
drama.
never watched it though.
It made it seem like it was romantic, and then at the end you realize that there's a dark twist. But anyway, he came back in 2011 for Scream 4, and this was a good time to come back because all the big slashers had been remade at that point.
Yes.
And Johanna, can you read?
Directed by suspense master and director of the first trilogy, Wes Craven's Scream 4 is the newest installment in the acclaimed franchise that ushered in a new wave of horror in the 1990s. My stomach is growling. In Scream 4, Sidney Prescott, naive Campbell, now the author of a self-help book, returns to Greensboro, on the last stop of her book tour. There she reconnects with Sheriff Dewey, David Arquette, and Gail, Courtney Cox, who are now married, as well as her cousin Jill, Emma Roberts. Unfortunately, Sydney's appearance also brings about the return of Ghostface, putting Sydney, Gail, and Dewey, along with Jill, her friends, Hayden Panettiere.
I can never say her name.
Panettiere.
Kirby.
Yeah.
Her name's
I was gonna
Kirby.
try it.
Rory Culkin, Adam Brody, and the whole. He's just a cop. That's not a friend.
Yeah, he wasn't really their friend.
No.
Oh wait, or am I confusing the cop with the boyfriend?
No, Adam Brody's the cop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, and the whole town of Greensboro in danger.
Stop saying Greensboro. What was that? It.
Yeah.
What's the quote? What's the?
There's no quote.
What? There
But
was.
I am cracking up at the special features. The A's a 4.
Yeah. So is the title. They
Well,
put it-
I knew that, but I didn't know that they did that too.
That's actually
So, I didn't see this movie in theaters. I think I was busy at the time. I'm like, I don't really want to see Scream 4.
What year was it?
2011, right?
What was I doing in 2011?
Or 2010. It was either 2010 or
I was
2011.
in college.
Oh, we can't watch the Weinstein.
They did all of them.
I know. Where the fuck is the thing again? With the date?
2011. I got it.
Does
All
it
right.
So I missed it in theaters.
there's a gag reel on here?
Oh, good. I wasn't too excited for it. I'm like, oh, another Scream.
I was.
My sister saw it because she likes Scream and she loved Adam Brody. And she told me it was great. And I'm like, okay, I'll see. And then I rented it on a Netflix DVD. The Netflix sent the DVD to me.
Yes.
And I popped that bad boy in and I went, oh, motherfucker, this is great. I'm like, I should have seen this in theaters. Shit, this is really good. As someone who was really annoyed with all the remakes happening at that time, I'm less bitter about it now. This was kind of refreshing to see.
I was gonna say this is very refreshing.
Yeah. So basically, a new generation of killers is trying to redo the first movie. They're back in Woodsboro,
Greensboro got it.
also known as Greensboro. Because the other two films, they went to the college, so they went to LA, and now they're back. Yeah, and the cast is very similar to the first one, kind of, but different enough. They're talking about the rules of remakes. There's now 2 film nerds.
Yes, there are.
And they're exploring the whole like what do you do during a remake? What's
Yeah.
this? What's that? What changes? I like where Gail is in life, where she's like has writer's block, and like
Yeah.
for once in her life, Dewey's career is going really well, and hers is kind of stagnated.
Yeah.
True to her character arc, Sydney is now. She's processed everything. She's owned it. Like she doesn't even get upset seeing when they decorate the town, and she's like, "Yeah, it's a big thing for
She's
them."
over it.
But of course, someone starts slashing up people, and she gets blamed for it.
What was the?
You also skipped.
Oh, the whole beginning.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
beginning.
okay, yeah. Sorry.
This is meta upon meta
Yeah.
upon meta.
So I feel like they knew that they were gonna get like criticized for meta commentary because everyone was getting tired of it. So they just went full on in the beginning because it's like a movie within a movie within a movie. And I like that they point out they're like, man, I don't get it. if the beginning of Stab 7 is Stab 6, then what's Stab 5? Yeah, I love that whole fake out of the beginning because it got me.
It's so good.
It got me. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, wait, Anna Paquin and Kristen Bell,
yeah.
Yeah.
looking hot as hell.
They look so good in that scene. Oh my
do.
god. Woo!
But it kind of throws you off when Kristen Bell like stabs her without like the costume. You're like,
Yeah.
wait, what?
Well, that's when Stab 7 went off the rails. And
Yeah.
then Ryan Johnson ruined it with Stab 8, according to Scream 5.
I would love to see Kristen Bell in more horror films. I would love to see that because she
She's
plays
been-
so many
she's been in them.
innocent things.
She's been in them.
What
She's
horror
had to have been in them.
films?
Oh, God, she was in the remake of Pulse, that Asian horror film. Oh, God, that movie was awful. The original one's good. But no, she's been in a couple, I think.
Really?
I'm not about
I
the
don't know
whole-
off the top of my head. Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
would love to see them, 'cause I haven't seen
Google
them.
it. I know that she was in Pulse.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that opening meta thing was hilarious. By the way, all the girls in this are babes.
Yeah.
This has
Yeah.
the hottest
Yes.
girls.
Yeah.
I don't know. Were the guys hunky for you? I didn't take notice of them. Did Rory Culkin do it for you guys? Okay, the girls are really hot in him.
According to your sister, though, with
Oh yeah, Adam Brody.
The moment I saw Hayden, I was just like, yup.
Oh my god!
I have a type.
I love her. I'm sorry. I want to say she's my favorite character in this entire movie
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
because it is a little
100%.
mixed with what's her face with Jill, but God, she's so good.
She's
Like,
basically the Randy of this.
Yeah.
yeah, but she's way more grounded. But also in the beginning, where you can tell like she has this personality that's not just horror films and knowledge. Like she's speeding down the road and stuff like that. Like she's just this typical girl, which I love.
Yeah, I really enjoyed her character. I didn't really watch a lot of Heroes and other stuff. I think she was Ally.
Heroes was really good.
I think
She was Kyrie in Kingdom Hearts.
I think
and
she
Kingdom
was-
Hearts too. She did the voice, and then they didn't bring her back for the third for some reason.
My experience with her is that she is Ally McBeal's daughter in the later seasons of Ally McBeal, which is on Disney Plus. I brought up Ally McBeal a
You
long time
did.
ago, and I was upset that it never streams.
It
but
wasn't that long ago. It was like a month ago.
apparently, it's on Disney Plus, so maybe I went back and watched Ally McBeal. Also, check out my Boston vlog. I went to Ally McBeal's law firm. People,
Good for you, Tony.
We're
Thanks.
happy
Good for,
for you.
good for you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We're
I'm gonna
happy
go back
for
to
you.
Boston again. Not in February. That sucked. But I'd like to go
Yeah,
back
no
to Boston
shit.
again.
Boston is where I shared my first kiss with my now husband.
That's also where Mothra died in King of the Monsters. I went to the building. I went to the building where she died, and I poured one out for her.
I want to kill myself.
And then I went to the
Alive.
Paul Revere. I went to the Paul Revere statue, and I poured one out for King Ghidorah because that's where he died. That fight was really long. I had to remind myself that they're giants. I'm like, how did they get all the way over here? I'm like, oh yeah, they're giants. That
they
makes
fly,
sense.
some
Oh
of
yeah,
them,
the one,
yeah.
and the one flies. I guess that makes sense. Actually, all three of them besides Godzilla flew. So
Yeah.
I guess that does make sense why they're all over.
Fucking idiot.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Scream 4.
3-4.
More things that happen in Boston. I'm not allowed to talk about one of the things that happened in Boston.
Jesus.
Tell me the
Anyway, yeah,
experience.
Kirby's really freaking hot. Love her clothes,
Yes.
love her hair,
Yeah.
just freaking hot. Anyway.
Like glowing in this movie.
Oh,
Okay.
the filter!
Wait,
I
what?
didn't realize people hated this. So there is a filter put on the whole film. It's like this brownish, glowy, soft filter.
Yes.
And people hate it. And the reason it was done, apparently, is that a lot of remakes at the time had like weird color grading, like Texas Chainsaw and Friday the 13th. Same director had like that greenish blue tint.
Okay, yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street had the freaking like brownish tint throughout the whole movie. So some people think it's if they
Yeah.
were referencing, because that's what these are. These are parodies and reference and commentating on the current films being made, which is why I got annoyed with Scream 5. People are like, I didn't like that they were referencing elevated horror. I'm like, well, that's the point of
That's-
Scream, is to reference what's going
Yes.
on at
People
that.
don't have media literacy anymore. Like, it's.
They're treating it like it's a real cohesive story. I'm like, no, but it's
Well, they
it's
clearly haven't seen the other Screams. I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of newer horror films that are based off of other things or
Mm-hmm.
is in a series, people just go and that's their first film, and you're like, you don't really need to see that movie to understand what's happening, but
Yeah.
you at least need to understand the concepts.
Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, so apparently, from what I read, this filter was put on to kind of mimic what a lot of the remakes were doing. Some people hate it. I don't care. You seem to really hate it.
I don't hate it. It was just weird. I was just very confused on why it was a thing. It did not register to me that they were,
Yeah. I do think it's a little overkill. It does seem kind of like Vaseline on the lens.
It's blurry.
So people have been talking about, huh?
It does not look like that.
No.
I was like, I don't.
People have been bringing up, like, are they going to do a 4K restoration of it? Should it have the filter or not?
Take it off.
Yeah, but
Take it
I don't
off.
know, because, like, Wes Craven's not alive to, like, approve that. Not that
I'll
movies will
approve
do it
for him.
anyway.
I'll approve for him.
Because that's the thing. You're supposed to have the director approve the color correction. Like, David Lynch.
Is it really
and they
that
can
bad?
and then they can add the I don't think they filmed it, whatever, but they can somehow figure out and add the deleted scene that Kirby's alive.
No.
That was supposed to be a thing. Yes!
No. So,
Yes!
color correction.
No, I like the fact that we think she's dead.
But then we never get any, like, until 5 and 6.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, let that. I don't know. I don't hate that.
They brought her back with her new face.
It's like with Dewey. Like, oh.
I didn't do it. Yeah, I don't mind the filter. People get real hung up on the filter. I'm fine with it. It doesn't bother me. If you're, I don't know. If you're gonna fuck around with color correction, I need like the director's approval. Don't be wrong. Directors have ruined their own movies. James Cameron is have you seen his 4K shit? He's over smoothing everything. He's using AI to like
no,
get
that's
rid of
too
film
much.
grain, and it's making all the
Can you-
background. Huh?
Can you do that for us? Make us
No. No,
I'm
so
looking at it
directors
right
will
now.
ruin. Peter
Harsh-ass
Jackson
lady.
like screwed up the Lord of the Rings.
And like, look at, she looks so weird with like, it's anybody in the background. It's like there's a focal point and then it gets super blurry.
I
and then-
didn't notice that.
See?
I think I was. Yeah.
There's literally just a focal point and then
the
everything else
vocal
around
point,
it
I can
gets.
see it,
Yeah.
and I guess now that you're saying it, because Jill looks actually, yeah, her skin looks really weird. The other ones that look tan, I don't think it affects them that much, but I don't.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
See how it is there?
Yeah, I don't like that.
I think it was just trying to.
Way to ruin this for me.
Sorry, it's still my favorite.
No,
I'm sorry. Yeah, I like the new cast of characters. This is where I fell in love with Emma Roberts. Although she's testing my patience this fucking year between Madam Web and Space Cadet.
I mean, she's also like physically abusive in her relationship, so like
Wait, what?
she like beat the shit out of Evan Peters.
That's okay when girls do it.
What? Calm the fuck down over there.
The one time I side with women and what feminists believe, I get shit on.
Feminine.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Well, they're not real feminists if they're saying that.
You're
so.
saying
Exactly.
feminists on Twitter aren't legit?
No
thought
one
it
on
was
Twitter
X,
is
Tony.
legit. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Ah.
Bitch.
Nice.
You know what?
Nice.
You guys are just fair. I'm a very liberal person. You guys are making me upset. I'm a really great feminist, and I don't like your radical anti-feminist stuff and your political views. You know, Joanna, I'm really sick of you. I don't even want to look at you.
I got him that hat. Mainly for his hairline,
Wow. Yeah. Thank you for like covering up.
I'm
his-
glad you got me
Wait.
this.
Why is it a pumpkin?
but
and
it's
then
a
it
spooky
says that?
one.
It's a spooky pumpkin hat that Johanna got me.
Yeah. Because I
Why?
love America and I love Halloween.
Yeah, it has a little American flag.
I am so
Because
confused.
America invented Halloween. Crystal,
Yeah.
Crystal, what's confusing you about my hat? Is there something on the back of it that I'm not aware of?
No,
No,
that's
it's just, your
great.
hair looks great back there.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. It actually looks a little
Thanks.
full back there.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, really? It looks really good. I thought it was like.
I actually love the hair, like it's sticking out. I'm, like, I'm not even reading it. I'm actually like, it looks like a little bit of.
There's
like,
words on the
Tony's
back of my hat?
Yeah, it says Tony's great.
Oh, thanks. All right, I take back everything I said. Thank you for my
I
spooky-
just really wanted to get that for you because you're just such a great friend to me.
I mean, I wish you would just not hate women as much as you do, and I wish you
Well,
would vote a little bit better, but I forgive you for buying me this hat that apparently says Tony's
bitches
great.
can't be trusted. Should have been in Boys Month.
Bitches can't be trusted.
Boys Month is done. I'm down. I don't know. See, we filmed this months ahead. I don't know what the political climate is like, so I'm trying to be
Everything's probably
Oh my
awful
god,
right
we're
now.
going towards November
I'm
when this
trying
comes
to
out.
be as progressive as possible, and I don't want to make waves or anything. I'm being a very good boy this month. Anyway,
I hate all of it. I want to live in a bubble.
forgot where
I'm
we
going to live on a
left
bubble on the beach.
Scream 4.
Where weren't we?
I don't know. You went on that tirade. I don't know why.
The filter.
Oh yeah, we were talking about
The filter.
So we weren't even talking about the movie yet.
Okay.
No.
Filter doesn't bother me. I think the story's pretty great in this.
It's amazing.
Again, as someone at the time fed up with remakes, I'm like, oh, finally. Thank God a big movie's talking about how stupid this is. Even though Wes Craven did produce the remake of Last House on the Left, and the editor of that movie edited this. But that one was fine. And his Hills Have Eyes remake was fine. Which had a very orange filter over it. It didn't glow. I reviewed both of those, but yeah.
Watch it.
Yeah, his remakes weren't
one.
that bad, except for Nightmare on Elm Street. That was the bad one.
What? We reviewed that.
So I love the whole fake out with the younger kids. Like, oh, will they be exact copies? The kills are better in this one.
100%.
Yes.
After the letdown with 3, that girl, poor Allison Brie, which I wasn't watching Community, so this was my introduction to Allison Brie. I'm like, oh, that girl's fucking cute. Oh, wait, sorry. Emma Roberts, you were talking about how she beats men or something. She's on my.
That's what it was.
She's
So
on my
what
shit
happened?
list. She's on my shit list. Space Cadet was really, really, really
Has
bad.
she really bought like? I really love her. I follow her all the time on Instagram because she loves to read and she has all these.
Yeah,
books
it happened a
and
few
she's
years ago. They were in a hotel or whatever, and she beat the crap out of him. I think she got arrested, but then he dropped the charges because it was his girlfriend.
Why?
So yeah, I like Rory Culkin in this. You know, he's brothers with my good friend Macaulay
Your
Culkin.
BFF.
Huh?
Your BFF.
My BFF Macaulay
yeah.
Culkin that I spent 3 days with and reviewed Big Trouble in Little China with. Yeah, the kills are great. Allison Brie falling onto the van, and you like the one
That
part
was
with Dewey.
great.
Yeah, Dewey goes to check her pulse and is like, bro, she's definitely dead. Like,
That was funny.
There's a new there's a bit of a love triangle or a threatened love triangle between Deputy Hicks, played by
Yes.
Marnie Shelton from Valentine, which we reviewed,
Yes.
who looks just like Heather Graham, which we talked about in that episode.
don't forget frickin' Planet Terror.
Yeah, she's also in
Ooh,
Planet Terror.
that's right.
Law movies, and The Sandlot. But yeah, she looks exactly like Heather Graham. And Heather Graham...
really does.
I was confused the first time I saw this because Heather Graham is in Stab in Scream 2. And I'm like, oh, is that Heather Graham? Did her actress become a sheriff in Woodsboro? Like, what's going on here? I'm like, oh, it's a different actor. The fucking Adam Brody and Anthony Anderson getting killed. Anthony Anderson's knife to the goddamn forehead. And like, I like how the ghost face is kind of impressed that he's still walking.
Yeah, and he's like swinging or whatever, trying to like fight whatever. But I do really, really like Ghostface in this scene because the way that his cloak is like bundled at the bottom, it looks like it's actually like wispy like a ghost. Oh my god, I love that. And then he's just kind of
Fuck Bruce Willis.
It sort of predicted like the Legacy sequel thing, which had been done, but it's being done way more now, where it's like, hey, this is technically a remake, but it's within the same universe. But it did it before that was like a thing. Scream 5 goes into that more.
Yes.
So I like that, like, the new Sydney is Sydney's niece, Jill. So I kind of like that. And I like that moment where she's like, hey, I know people say I know what you're going through, but I literally
I like
know
that
what
scene.
you're
I was
going
just going to
through.
say that.
What a waste that was on Sydney's part. The killer is now filming things because found footage was big at the time. And I think the gore was getting more violent because the Saw movies were really...
It definitely was way more.
I mean,
It was way more.
They mentioned it in the beginning, and
Yeah.
it wasn't. Was it the fake out or was it wasn't the fake out? It was the actual first murder, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
Oh,
where they
speaking
said,
of
like-
when he called originally, whatever, it's just like, it's for you.
Yeah, or like just don't answer it.
Yeah. No.
I love the whole thing of call. Wait, this is where caller ID? No. The
Oh, Scream
third
2 had...
one!
Okay, Scream 2, sorry, rewinding. Scream 2 with the caller ID in the beginning because that was like a new
Was
thing.
it 2 or was it 3?
It was 2. Where it's like,
Okay.
what's your favorite scary movie? She's like, I don't know. So-and-so,
That's
number
right.
5.
That's right. That's right. And then all of a sudden, that's when in 3 they started using the Star 69, like
Yeah.
calling back.
I like I like how it is trying to follow the original movie. They go to like the big party at the end,
yeah.
and like that is a fake out.
Stabathon.
Yeah, Stabathon.
Oh
We're
my
watching all the
gosh.
stab movies. Yeah, it's a solid time, and the reveal of the killers. It was definitely going to be one of the film bros. If you're going to have 2 film bros, one of them was definitely going to be the killer.
Yeah.
But I love that Jill ended up being the killer.
Love that.
I
And
love when she's beating the shit out of herself. That
Yes.
scene had me... Watching
and-
that, I swear to God, you missed out. Watching that scene in theaters, people were dying.
I would.
It
This
was-
is of all the ones I wish I could have saw in theaters. It's
Yeah.
this
Oh my god,
one.
it was so good.
She was so fucking good in that scene.
And I love her character motivation. Is like, this is millennial.
I don't want to
early-
work anymore. I just want to be famous.
Yeah, I
and
just
make money
I just
that
want to
way.
be famous
We
for
still
like
all feel that
nothing,
way.
basically.
Yeah.
And I love that she's like, my boyfriend fucked me, dumped me, didn't even make me famous like yours did.
Yep.
So she's basically just trying to copy her
Yeah.
aunt's story
And
so
they're
she
just
can
gonna-
ride off that.
Yeah, and now there's gonna be video proof. Yours was just written down.
Yeah.
Like this is gonna.
Yeah.
But you,
I really related
Relate.
to it. She just wanted to be famous. And I'm like, I don't want to make justifications for screen killers, but I kind of see what she's saying. I mean, I get it. I get it. She just wants to be famous. There's nothing more important. She's like, you killed your friends. She's like,
I don't need friends. I need fans.
patreon.com/hack the movie.
So he can afford to take us out on a dinner.
in Florida.
Okay. Triple or nothing. Stu will be in Scream 7.
No!
Now, Kevin Williamson's coming
No.
back. He created that character. He wants him to triple
No.
or nothing. I'll get you-
Triple? What the fuck is this? A steakhouse?
Well,
No,
because I
it's
said
not-
it would
we
happen
settled
in
for, like, Olive
5, and it
Garden.
didn't happen. And
Yeah,
then,
we said Olive Garden.
and then I went
Motherfucker.
double or nothing. He was going to be in Scream 6. And
That
it didn't
looks so
happen.
good in Chow
We're
or
tripling
something.
it. We're tripling it. I'll
What
get
the
you
fuck is triple?
you get an
You're
even nicer
fucked.
dinner. You
You're-
get a
We
week,
get a
you
Michelin
get a
star
weekend
restaurant.
getaway.
Oh, so now he's going to afford a place in Florida. I'm not even going to stay at my own apartment.
Now I have to like meet Matthew Lillard, and I gotta be like, you motherfucker, you gotta get in Scream 7. You gotta help me out here.
Listen,
I-
you didn't agree to
Getaway.
this.
Yeah.
He can still come back. No, her staging everything when she thinks she's won is
Brilliant.
so hilarious. And that's why people keep saying, like, wouldn't it be cool if Sydney finally turned and became a killer? I'm like, I feel like this explored the idea
Yeah.
of the final girl being
Yeah.
the killer. I don't think we need to revisit this.
No.
But I love, again, the movie has like false endings. I love when she realizes Sydney survived and she's so fucking pissed off.
Yeah, the
Yes.
matching wounds.
That
with,
is the
Yeah,
thing.
well, she
That's
she
what-
says that about Gail with the
Yes.
matching moons.
So if she didn't say that one thing,
Yep.
do you
She
think
would've gotten away
she
with it.
would have
She
gotten
would've
away?
100%
Just
would've
if
gotten
she
away
didn't
with
say
it.
that. And they
Yeah.
say it though too. Like Sydney straight up says, well, the was it the killer or someone always makes a mistake?
Yeah,
And that was
she's like,
the
you're gonna
one-
fuck up.
you're
You always do. I did love.
One.
You didn't see 6, but I love at one part. Gail finally talks to the ghost face on the phone, which had never happened before.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and she's like, you're like the 7th person who's done this. like basically being like, can you give up? Yeah, no, I enjoyed the whole ending with her fighting Sydney, like fucking her
Wait,
brains
I have
being scrambled with the defibrillator. I'm like, it's just awesome.
How do they all know that Ghostface all sounds the same? Like he sounds the same in almost every movie.
Oh, they
but-
had a voice changer in the first movie that only does that specific voice. Matthew Lillard brought it out and went, surprise.
That's right.
Yes.
So then,
other people have that device.
gotcha.
That's how
Thank you.
they're doing it. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. The head.
Yeah, the whole finale is just phenomenal. And I love the whole, like, you forgot the most important rule of remakes, don't fuck with the original. Which is seeing Wes Craven do that, even though he was hands-on with remakes of his other movies. Coming out the year after Nightmare on Elm Street, this was a little bit more satisfying. It's like, because you didn't include him at all.
Yeah.
You didn't include his son at all, who was really good at producing the other remakes.
brilliant.
You cut him out completely. So it was nice for him to basically remake his own movie and talk about how remakes suck. And Emma Roberts was just phenomenal in it.
She was so good.
And
She's
yeah,
a great scream queen.
yeah.
She really is.
Yeah,
Like,
it
I loved
just-
her in Scream Queens. I think that was.
She's good in American Horror Story. Like she's
Now-
She
yeah.
really is.
Can you explain something to me? I know it was sad when Kirby died. I didn't realize how much people liked Kirby. Why do people like Kirby so much?
She's hot and she's a new Randy.
She is very attractive. She just has this. You see this person that just not only like is beautiful on the outside, she just you can see her like almost on the inside kind of thing. Like she just her
She's a charm.
personality. She has that
I
yeah
guess
exactly
so.
that charm, but then also her character is very relatable.
Mm.
She's most down to earth. She's funny.
Mm-hmm.
She just has the most personality, charming.
I guess so, but I mean,
charisma,
that's what-
and just beautiful.
I feel like that's
naturally.
She
what
was a
makes
fan favorite.
That's what
Yeah.
it makes it scarier or more tragic when she dies, like Randy died. I don't know why everyone really wanted to bring her back. I guess it
'Cause
worked
she
out.
was technically the actual final girl.
Yeah, I guess it worked out that she like kind of died and they didn't really mention her too much. Whereas
Yeah.
Randy, it's like, no, they showed his body. He's fucking dead.
Yeah.
He's Deadsville.
Yeah, you have no idea. Like you see her get stabbed and that's
Yeah.
it. But
But if she
everyone's
can
happy that she's back.
if she can come back, Stu can come back. They again, you haven't seen it. They do make a joke about if Stu is still alive in Scream 6.
That's great.
So it could still happen. It could still happen. But yeah, that brings us to the end of the episode. 3 films directed by Wes Craven, all Scream sequels. Crystal, what is the best Scream sequel directed by Wes Craven?
I'm really torn between 2 and 4. 4 is so much fun to watch. I love the action. I love it. Doesn't seem slow at all whatsoever to me, but I love the premise of 2, maybe a little bit more of just like the remakes, because that is such a, or not remake, or the sequel, because every fucking film almost has a sequel now, and I find that so entertaining. I don't know. 3 is my least. I could tell you that.
Yeah.
I think it
people,
depends.
there is a revival for 3 where some people consider it their favorite. I don't hate it. I just think when I say it's the weakest Scream movie, it's still a pretty good movie. Like,
Yeah.
there's no,
Yeah.
the only bad Scream thing is like the later seasons of the TV show and that Halloween special. But other than that, the Scream is mostly good.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm torn between 2 and 4. It depends on my mood, to be honest. They are 2 totally different vibes.
You want to flip a coaster?
No, that's my answer. That's my answer. 2 and 4.
No, you got to pick one. All right, cork side up, it's 2. X side up, it's 4. I almost said 2 again. Hold on, I caught it. 4.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Johanna.
4.
No questions.
4, 2, 3.
What do you think? Okay. Okay, so 4, but factoring 5 and 6. Is it still your favorite sequel?
Yeah.
Shoulder me, get it up!
I 100% agree. Yes, 4 is...
5 was okay.
I like
No,
6 better than 5, though.
No, I like 5 and 6, but 4 is my favorite Scream sequel in general. I think it's the best one. I don't give a shit about the filter. It might also help that I've been watching this on a shitty DVD. I actually haven't watched it in HD in a while, so maybe the filter might hit a little different.
That's what we were just watching on my phone on HBO or Max. And like she's pointing out, I was like, oh shit.
Wait, this is on Max?
Yeah.
Why did I pop my
All of
shitty
them-
old DVD in?
All of them are on Max.
All of them?
Yeah. No,
Or not
I
5.
think
Is
5 isn't.
No,
one
well, I
through
have, I have
4.
the first 3 on Blu-ray, so...
But like
Okay.
Scream, Scream 2, Scream 3, and definitely Scream 4 are all on Max right now.
I always look at Real Good, the app Real Good, to see if any of the films are
Nah.
streaming.
Yeah, 4
Idiot.
is solid. It was the last of Wes Craven's Scream movies. You know, he unfortunately died, which is a bummer. We're actually filming this around what would have been his birthday, I think.
Oh, happy birthday. R.I.P.
Yeah, I just think it's a solid film. Making fun of remakes, it's fun.
It's great.
I don't mind the new movies. I think they've been good.
yeah.
Some people hate them because they think these should be like real sequels. Like, nope, these are
No.
parodies. I am worried about the 7th one because again,
That,
production
yeah.
issues. Because like they had a director lined up who was a pretty good director, I think, and he left the project because he's like, okay, I was supposed to make a sequel to this movie, and now it's completely like he was just like, this isn't my movie anymore. I have to walk off. So that's why they brought Kevin Williamson back. They're trying to make up for getting rid of the new people a little too hastily by bringing in like the OGs. And you know, that always works. Jurassic World Dominion, you know, everyone loved that. I mean, it made $1 billion, so I guess they did. Ghostbusters Afterlife, everyone loved it. They didn't love it the next time they did it. I didn't love it. But yeah, that's it. The Wes Craven Scream sequels, we have picked 4 all unanimously. No one was undecided. We all picked 4. Crystal,
Yeah.
what's your new address so people can stalk you?
Florida.
Oh yeah, how big could that place be?
South Florida.
Well, don't give a specific thing, you
That's all
idiot.
you got. I mean, do you know how crowded fucking like Southeast Florida is? You'll never.
Are you gonna do crimes when you're down there?
Yes. Everyone has a gun down there. You can just walk. Everyone has a gun. That's what's the thing is like.
Are you gonna go to Disney every day?
I'm 3 hours away from Disney.
Are you going to go every day?
Yes. Well, during Halloween to Universal and Disney, I'm definitely doing a trip.
Okay, where else can we follow you?
I'm definitely going to be more active once I'm all settled in on Twitch. I will be streaming more on Twitch. I say that now.
Yeah, I've been
And-
saying
and-
that myself. So
Yeah.
And like I said, before everyone freaks out and unsubscribes, you and your boyfriend have a lot of family up here, so you have reasons to visit and stop by the store and shoot episodes, right?
Yeah, I'm probably going to be in the same amount of episodes I already am in.
Too many, I agree. But you can always call into the live shows remotely.
My goal is to actually be in every live one I can if I don't have a show.
Yeah.
Because I want to get the AMC pass that you have. Mm-hmm. And I actually want to try and make that a thing so I'm still relevant.
you're always relevant.
Thank you. But yeah, so I'm going to try and do that more. Post obviously on social media, Twitter, X,
Yes.
and Instagram.
All right. Well,
Yeah, stuff. I'm there. I'm online.
well, Christy, it was good knowing you.
God.
Johanna, great shirt.
Good shit.
Where can we find you? What's your socials?
Twitter.
And who are you voting for?
Twitter,
Oh
stuff
my
like
God.
hearts, Twitch, stuff like games. I'll stream eventually. I don't know. Yeah, I'm tired.
She's writing in Ron Paul. Feel free to
Oh my
harass
God.
her.
Wrap it up.
All right, that's it from us. What is your favorite Scream sequel? Directed by Wes Craven, or just in general? Let us know. Goodbye.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other videos and Patreon page.